students, we start the new interesting topic of lesson photosynthesis, and the topic is chemoosmotic hypothesis. The aim of this process to formation of ATP and NADH2. But in case of photosynthesis, we already studied about that the ATP and NADH2 are originated or produced in light reaction that we call cyclic and non-cyclic photophosphorylation. These both reactions are responsible for the formation of ATP and NADH2. So obviously, the chemoosmotic hypothesis also perform inside the membrane of thylakoid. In this video, we clear all the things where the actual process of ATP formation or NADH2 formation takes place, and where the all things required in the light reaction, where their location on the thylakoid membrane or outside the thylakoid membrane. Here we draw the structure of the thylakoid membrane. That is the one thylakoid, and this is the thylakoid membrane having the number of the photosystems are located inside it. The photosystem 2 start with the non-cyclic photophosphorylation, while in photosystem 1 cyclic photophosphorylation process takes place. In light reaction and the photosystem 2, the light rays, it absorb or capture the light rays of the 680 nanometer wavelength, and the photolysis of the water or splitting of the water we called takes place inside the lumen. When the photolysis of the water takes place, the half O2 molecules is released, 2 H plus ions are released, and 2 electrons are released. These electrons are run the another cycle of the photosystem, while these H plus ions are accumulated inside the lumen of the thylakoid membrane. These electrons are passed out in the form of chain from these membrane. They goes to the plastoquinone, which is located inside the thylakoid membrane, and the position of the plastoquinone is near to the outer side membrane or near to the stroma. Plastoquinone accept the electron as well as it accept the hydrogen ion also. So the electrons when comes in the plastoquinone, the positively charged H plus ion which are already present inside the stroma region of the chloroplast, they accept the hydrogen ion and move it inside the lumen because it is attached outer side of the membrane. After that, it passes the electron to the next complex, that is the cytochrome B6F complex, and from these B6F complex finally it goes to the plastocyanine. But the location of the plastocyanine is near to the inner membrane of the thylakoid membrane. That's why it is not lose the hydrogen ions. So the hydrogen ions inside the lumen increases by continuously process of the photolysis of the water, as well as these plastoquinone enter or released all the outer side hydrogen ions or proton ions inside the lumen of the thylakoid. When plastocyanine move the electron towards the photosystem 1, then the photosystem 1 particles are arranged outside the membrane, that is the ferredoxine and ferredoxine reducing substance, as well as NADPH reductase. And NADPH reductase required the formation of H plus ion for the formation of NADPH plus H plus. So these ions also takes the hydrogen ion from the stroma region of the chloroplast. That's why the hydrogen ion concentration inside the stroma region becomes less, while inside the lumen of the thylakoid the concentration of the hydrogen is more, and this condition create the proton gradient. That condition create the proton gradient. To come away from this problem of the proton gradient and the concentration of the hydrogen ion inside the lumen, the one another machineries is also attached inside the thylakoid membrane, and another system is also located there, and that we call the ATP synthetase. It is the enzymes. It has two parts, F0, F1 parts. F0 part is located inside the membrane, while the F1 part is located outside the lumen or outside the thylakoid membrane. This F1 part is responsible for the formation of ATP because it is the machineries of the ATP synthesis. So when the ADP comes in contact with the F1 and it join the one inorganic phosphate, and for this joining of the inorganic phosphate the hydrogen ions or proton gradient comes from the inside of the lumen, and it combine with it and it form the one molecules of the ATP. This ADP actually comes from the dark reaction, and it take the hydrogen ion or combine with the one inorganic phosphate and convert into ATP. After that it again goes to the dark reaction for the next process of the dark reaction. In this way, one by one all hydrogen atoms, so the concentration of the hydrogen ion inside the lumens are minimized one by one and recharge the one ADP molecule and it convert into ATP. Similarly, these hydrogen ions also used to the formation of NADH2, and these NAD also comes from the dark reaction to recharge here. So the position of the ATP and NADH2 formation actually takes place outside the thylakoid membrane, while the photolysis of water and the concentration of the hydrogen ion inside the membrane maintained by the light reaction. This all process we call the chemoosmotic hypothesis, and these process done only for the formation of or only to recharge the ATP and NAD comes from the dark reaction. I hope you understand all the things related to that. In next video we talk about the next point of the photosynthesis.